On this week's episode...
We got a new set!
It does look mostly the same though.
It's a shame. But it took us all day.
Yeah, and put new things on the shelf. I'm Ryan Besson.
I'm Josh Saunders.
We are Pop Culture, and these are your Pop Culturist Lab Reports, where we tell you all the biggest headlines that come out this week in pop culture. Speaking of this week, hey Ben.
Good, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still enjoying that sweet holidays?
Yeah.
What did you do with all your times off?
Coincidentally, when my holidays started, so did launch Legion, World of Warcraft's latest expansion.
Have you been playing WoW again? Yeah! I was wondering whether you would bite the bullet and go back. Is it good?
It's fucking good.
Can you write a review for it? If you can get off it. To write a review.
It's a hard thing to review an MMO, because where do you cut the review? Because it's all endgame content.
Yeah, well, then
where you need to raid and shit to see everything.
Good point.
But I do have positive thoughts. I have positive things to say. Maybe I will.
Yeah, maybe you can talk about how you were,
Maybe I'll just do an opinion piece for a returning player.
Yeah, like a relapse, you know?
I did relapse.
It's like when you've gone back, you got off heroin, but then you came back, but then you realised how incredibly good heroin is. So you wrote a piece about it.
I dropped the kids at school yesterday. I got home at 9:30 with coffee, and I played it until midnight. The dog's like, please take me outside.
You know what the worst thing is? 2 weeks ago, you were like, yeah, I'm not going to pick it up because I got really addicted to it back in the day. And I don't want that to
I've talked about how bad it was for my life.
I don't want that to happen again.
Played it for 14 hours yesterday.
Jesus Christ.
I'm on holidays, damn it.
Look, maybe you should have just waited. Just waited in general for Legion. You're like, when I'm in a better place, well, I'm not going to be addicted to personalities.
Well, I had to play something because a certain game has been delayed.
Yeah, it's a game that we were...
It was here and there, it filled a gap because this particular game...
It was within our reach, and that's The Last Guardian. It has been delayed again.
After
8 years, 10 years in production, The Last Guardian has been delayed by a total of X amount of weeks. Coming out on December 6th in the US, December 7th in Europe, and December 9 in the UK from its original October release.
October 25th.
Right on the PlayStation blog, president of Sony Computer Entertainment Worldwide Studios, Shuhei Yoshida, explained the reasoning for the delay as so. Quote, a delay is a difficult decision, particularly with this game. Yeah. But we have encountered more bugs than anticipated while in the final stages of development. To ensure that The Last Guardian delivers on the experience that the game's creators have envisioned, we need to take the extra time to work on these issues. Fumito Ueda, Gen Design, and Japan Studio have a wonderful vision for The Last Guardian's touching, emotional journey of friendship and trust. Oh. And we want to deliver the most polished experience possible for our fans who have supported us for so long. The Last Guardian was originally scheduled for October 25, 2013.
What?
There was.
Oh.
There's a trailer from 3 years ago that was this holiday season, The Last Guardian.
You know how he says, for our fans who have supported us for so long, I don't think they exist anymore.
Look, there are...
when you come to E3 in a pretty big way and be like, here's the release date, and everyone's like, okay, this is fucking it.
See, but it's very interesting. Our buddy Tom at Load Screen, he is highly anticipated for this game. So when we broke the news, when the news broke, because we're in a group chat, and I posted saying, "Hey, Last Guardian's been delayed." He's like, "But," because he's a massive fan of the Ico games and Shadow of the Colossus. So for him, he's like, "I've been waiting for so long."
Sorry, Tom, still waiting. Sorry, and you know what? You probably will be after December.
But you can sort of speculate on this now. Is this game literally in development hell? After 8 years, 10 years, and it's still not out yet after numerous release dates.
The big warning sign is it's been delayed again. Because they came to E3 with the release date it's fucking done. It's ready. Sorry, it's not.
Yeah.
That's bad.
But some more speculation. What if this is to make the Pro patch?
That's horrible.
If
that's the reasoning, that...
I doubt that it is. I'm just saying, I'm speculating.
Yeah. No, because couldn't they just? I don't know. No, that's a dumb idea. If that was it, that's outrage. Like, I don't even give a shit about this game, but if that's the reason it's been delayed.
Maybe that's the reason. One of the reasons Horizon was delayed.
True.
Who
But
knows?
they're in different circumstances. Horizon and that.
But like, look, Horizon, if done right, could be a massive, massive franchise. I think it's a. For me, I hope they do it right.
It's my most anticipated game for a while. There's nothing else really on the horizon.
Speaking of
on the horizon.
Speaking of massive franchises, that's where I was going with that, and you totally fucking ruined
Mine was better. Time Warner division Turner has secured the cable rights to Disney's collection of Star Wars films. According to Variety, Turner signed a deal with Disney that industry sources estimate to be worth no less than $250 million. This partnership grants Turner the basic cable rights to 10 Star Wars films, 4 of which are still on the horizon, with a separate agreement being made with 20th Century Fox for the original film A New Hope. In addition to Turner, USA Network and FX Networks were also in contention for the deal with Disney. The terms of the deal grant Turner a license that runs through at least to 2022, incorporating the 4 yet-to-be-released Star Wars films that are part of the package. Star Wars The Force Awakens, which was released to record-breaking numbers last year, reportedly boasted a licensing fee of somewhere between $35 and $40 million. The 4 films still on the horizon include Rogue One and Episode 8, are said to have each been priced similarly.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Like, as in, a cable company has extensively exclusive rights to show Star Wars, so it won't appear on any other channel in the US.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means for Australia. I'm sure there'll be different rights again, but
and Netflix classed in that category, like those streaming services.
I'm going to say no because The Force Awakens just came out on Australian Netflix.
I did. Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's a big deal, and that's a lot of money to throw at it.
Well,
You got to think of where the return comes from. Like, they're obviously investing $250 million in that franchise. Like, how do they get that money back? Obviously through advertising.
It'd be mostly ad revenue because it's cable, yeah. Time Warner cable. Yeah. So it's cable that comes from subscription fees. As well as ad revenue, and not everyone can afford streaming services. Not everyone can afford Blu-rays and DVDs and whatnot. So I think they're sort of banking on that audience. Because cable is pretty cheap in the US, at least compared to Australia, anyway.
It's still pretty cheap.
Well, it is now because of streaming services.
Remember that time? What's his face from Quick Flicks? Like.
Oh my god!
Netflix
one of the greatest articles we've ever read was the head of Quick Flicks.
Is it Simon something?
Yeah. Which is this garbage streaming service from like before Netflix, and he essentially shirt fronted Netflix, being like, "Come on, bring it! I dare you to bring Netflix to Australia.
6 months, I dare you.
We've got you."
He filed for bankruptcy.
3 months later.
3.
He applied for bankruptcy. Idiot.
That's the best.
Try. You can still get the app on your PS4 though.
Yeah, you still can.
But hopefully with the new update, they just remove it because like who the fuck needs it.
Nah,
speaking of new updates, Sony has launched its latest update, which is version 4.0.
Yes.
Which we have talked about in a previous episode. It comes with a bunch of new improvements, including folder support. The quick menu has changed. It's now half the screen.
Don't feel that one.
And of course, the massive update, the massive feature to come out of the PlayStation meeting last week. Wow, was that just last week?
A week ago today.
Time's weird.
Because you made me come over early to record last week because you got up really early to watch it.
That's right, I did.
Like a fool.
The HDR that is compatible in every PlayStation 4 is in this update. I haven't ticked it on yet. Honestly, whether it works on my TV.
That'd be interesting. I know the update. It tripped me out because it changed the colour of stuff.
Yeah.
Like and the notifications and stuff.
Big white block now. Yeah. All the loading screens with the PlayStation symbols. Because those symbols give me like a bit of a hard on. Like I don't know why, I just love the PlayStation symbols. So getting to see them more often, I'm like, yes.
I picked the right console.
Yeah, I totally did. It's pretty much a visual overhaul with a bunch of little aesthetics. I dig it. I dig it a lot.
You missed one.
What I miss?
Plus, if you are getting a PlayStation 4 Pro, players can transfer their data with a wide LAN connection.
That is a massive thing. Because I remember when I wanted to change the hard drive on my PlayStation 4, it's like, slowly chug it to a portable, which I had to reformat. And then...
Yeah, it did suck.
Take that. It took about 5-6 hours?
Yeah. Yeah, it was garbage.
It might take longer. It might still take a long time.
Yeah, but all you got to do is plug them into each other. Yeah. And, go to work or whatever.
It's a really good incentive for anyone that is considering
upgrading. Like, plugging in it and going to work. Like, you know how, like, you start to download something and then you walk away and you come back, but, like, a pop-up, like, are you sure you want to download this? And you're like, oh, God damn it.
I'm pretty into it. It's pretty exciting.
What else is pretty exciting, Ryan? Death Stranding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hideo Kojima took to the stage at Sony's TGS conference to reveal a few tasty tidbits around his first game, leaving Konami.
That's the Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah. Thanks, Ryan. Death Stranding. Details on story were scarce, but Kojima said that the title was inspired by whales and dolphins who sometimes get stranded on the beach. That's really sad. The title is about something from another world stranded on our world, he said. Kojima said that Death Stranding will be an open world game with a lot of player freedom and co-op will be a feature. Best for you. Why is that a bad thing? He also reiterated a lot of the cryptic stuff around Death Stranding themes that were revealed in an interview at E3. Kojima said that he has finally decided on an engine to build Death Stranding on so production can begin in earnest, and closed his presentation by saying that he and his team plan to accommodate 4K and HDR. It looked pretty good already at E3.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. In a quote, we want to prove that indie studios can produce AAA world-class masterpieces, he said. Would you class it as an indie studio?
Technically, yes. Just because it has a big name connected to it doesn't make it any less of an indie studio.
Not a big name. Like, I'm conflicted because the amount of money Sony is throwing at him, I wouldn't class him as an indie studio.
No, he's indie.
Not even close.
He's not a first-party studio.
Yeah, I know.
He's 100% independent studio.
He's in a new category, okay? Because the indie word has kind of shifted meaning. Like, we know it means independent, obviously, but that's not quite how it's seen. Like, indie these days is seen as your small...
Yes, like, for you, indie means guys from Melbourne that are making a game...
4 guys doing their thing wherever they do it.
Yeah.
And Kojima just isn't in that category.
Yeah, but
that's how I associate it.
They are both independents. One has a lot of money, one does not. Yeah, so a couple of different things.
That's it, yeah, indie. They don't have fucking money. That's what it is.
A couple of things that worry me. Open world, sweet. Metal Gear Solid 5 was open world, and the game was better for it. Co-op, it's not necessary.
Why not?
I play Kojima's Metal Gear Solid games. I love them because they are single-player stories that are weird as hell, but I love them. I think they are absolutely great.
On that same note, Bloodborne had co-op as well. And it was in no way... Though. How do you know this will be any different?
Yeah, good point.
Because Bloodborne's co-op system was basically, you're fighting a boss or whatever, and you can put out a call for help, saying, like, I'm stuck on this boss, I need some help. And then someone somewhere can accept that, and they come in, they help you kill the boss, and they disappear.
Yeah, that's in almost all Dark Souls games.
And that's classed as co-op, So, to the extent of what the co-op is, we don't know.
But at no point will anyone would say Dark Souls 3 is a co-op game, because it isn't.
But he didn't say
it's a game with co-op in it.
Like, isn't that what he said? It will feature co-op.
You say, well, feature co-op or it's a co-op game? Will be a feature. Okay, maybe you're right.
So relax.
Maybe you're right.
Just chill out.
Go a little bit. Yeah. But at the same time, and this is something that sort of mirrors what was said on IGN's podcast Beyond, is we don't need to be told every couple of months what he's doing.
No.
Because he's incredibly good at delaying games, and as is Sony, apparently. So... we don't need him to be like drip feeding us information. No. We're already excited. Go quiet for like a year and a half.
Because
no one's going to forget.
From what No Man's Sky did, you get a little bit of information and that's it. And then everyone's like, oh, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And then it builds up to what you expect from that game because you've had so little information. And then it finally comes out and it's like, oh.
See, No Man's Sky was incredibly vague in some of its things. Yeah. And that's different. Vagueness and not telling you anything is very different.
You could say the reveal at E3 was pretty vague.
Yeah.
Umbilical baby.
Yeah, it was vague, but there's messaging in there that you can interpret.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'd be happy not to hear anything for 2 years.
Oh, I would love to hear nothing for the next 2 years. Yeah. And that would absolutely be just perfect.
I wouldn't say we'll see Death Stranding on shelves for at least another 4.
Yeah. Speaking of not seeing something on shelves for a while, Mass Effect Andromeda. It's been constantly moving its date as well. And
But maybe this is one of the reasons.
maybe.
You should do this.
There are 2 minor character roles in Mass Effect Andromeda that are up for grabs, and BioWare is asking for fans to play them. The scripts for the 2 characters are available, and if you want the chance to win a role, you'll have to record yourself reading the script, either audio or video, and send it to BioWare. BioWare says, quote, your entry will be judged on the quality of your voice performance and how well it matches the Mass Effect style. You have from now until September 28 to enter, and the judging will begin by a panel of BioWare employees, and the eventual winner will be notified on or before November 30, and then they'll be flown to one of BioWare's recording studios that put up in a hotel for 2 nights and perform in a professional recording session.
That's awesome.
As for characters you have the chance to play, Jordan Tate, quote, a smart and talented indie documentarian eager to give the real perspective on life in Andromeda. And there's also Tough Mercenary. I got that one nailed. And the scene you'll be talking, quote, about some of the difficulties of living on the frontier and being pioneers in a new world. BioWare is remaining tight-lipped on many of the details about Mass Effect Andromeda, but we do now know the 2 main characters are brother and sister, and the next big reveal will come on Mass Effect Day, which is November 7.
There's a Mass Effect Day?
Yeah, and 7. That's the name of the peoples.
Oh, that makes sense.
Smart.
I think you should apply for one of those
No
roles.
way.
Why not?
My voice isn't that good.
It might be better than everyone. Because everyone might think, oh, no, my voice isn't that good. But
Yeah, there'll be those, all those like, unless the guy wants to cough every couple of minutes, like then this role is mine.
they could write that into Jordan Tate's character.
Yeah, if they're like, we need a character that speaks and then coughs occasionally.
Tough Mercenary. You're talking about how hard life is, on the new frontier, and you've got to cough.
Yeah,
because
I
of it.
breathed a bunch of shit in
Yeah.
from my time exploring.
All this bacteria.
It's all this space dust, space bacteria, space coughs.
Yeah, I think you should.
That'd be interesting. Dylan's got a pretty sweet voice. I think he could probably do it.
Jordan Tate, you could be.
Like it depends. Like you do they want a Australia inflection? Like that means.
Why not?
Does that mean
Why not? What's wrong with Australia?
Like does that mean there's an Australian in the Andromeda galaxy? Like
Why could they not? Why does everything have to be American?
No, but I think that's really cool. I remember like when they did Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
Yeah.
Everyone's Australian for no reason. It's so cool.
Doesn't matter. The thing is, though,
Imagine that, like Tough Mercenary's like, there you go.
yeah, because as far as America's concerned, we're all tough mercenaries down here.
Yeah, it's true. Like, we have to fight like spiders and stuff.
Gotta get, kill crocodiles to get our tea and stuff. But the thing is, though, if you have a singular Australian in the game, it stands out like something.
Dude,
It's like watching any American TV show, and then someone, an Aussie walks up and is like, yeah, and it's like, do we actually sound like
And
that?
the worst part is we do.
We really do.
We really do.
But if everyone's Australian, you don't really notice it because it's all blending together. But
good.
the Aussie accent in a group of non-Australians stands out more than any other accent.
It sounds like a chainsaw that's been dropped in a toilet.
So bad. Yeah. It's like if you sit back and watch like Home and Away and just actually listen. Don't worry about the bad. Don't worry about the bad.
Because the show's garbage. Don't do it. I promise.
Chris
Don't do
Hemsworth
it.
came from there. Never forget.
Doesn't it show anyone was garbage?
So did Kylie. What's her face?
Minogue. She came from Neighbours.
Neighbours.
Yeah.
But daytime TV.
Speaking of from starting in garbage and maybe
Why are we talking about this?
starting from garbage and maybe getting something a little bit better, we're done. That's us for the week.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping that we get better at some point. That'd be really, really
video.
cool. Facebook.com/popculturist, thepopculturist.com. They're the 2 places that you can see us. Like, subscribe, all that extra junk if you feel the need. I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Josh Saunders. I didn't get to say anything.
See you next week.
Bye.
You want to say something now?
Fuck you.
It's not very nice. On this week's episode,
We got a new set.
it's pretty much the same, but this Batman has a hat.
You spat it